What's going on, everyone? Alex Miller from the Eagle, joined by Abigail Ochoa. We're inside Baylor's McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas, following College Station's 26-21 win over Denton Ryan in the Region 2 final in Class 5A. Man, this was one that we knew was likely to happen. It finally did. And was one that we thought was going to be a four-quarter battle. And it was.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a great game tonight. I mean, College Station has been able to win pretty easily these last few weeks, this whole season, really, if you think about it. That was a great football game against a great opponent. So it's really nice to see. I know College Station's real happy about it.
Yeah, you know, this is where either College Station was going to prove themselves as number one, or they were going to meet their match. And we've talked about how College Station is a complete team. There's few flaws in them. And, you know, before the game we were talking, it was going to take a team that was better than them to actually win. And I wrote in my column, Denton Ryan threw the kitchen sink at College Station, yet it was a complete win all the way around for the Cougars.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any doubt that Denton Ryan's a good team. Even with them losing tonight, I mean, they really played a really good, solid game, and they got College Station to have to score at the end in the fourth quarter, which no team has been able to do this season. But College Station was just the better team. We've said it. They've been number 2 all season, but I think they're really, I mean, now obviously they're number 1 when you think about it, but their defense, I think, is unmatched, and that really showed tonight.
Yeah, you know, and then on offense, of course, you know, early in the game, Jed Huff and the receivers kind of having a hard time. I mean, credit to the Ryan secondary. I mean, they were playing phenomenal in coverage. But story of the night, again, of course, Marquise Collins. And when the game was in doubt, or on the line, and when you needed to get the first down to seal it, there was little question that it was going to go in the hands of number 0.
Yeah, and he got that little shove, you know, by his offensive line there, which is, you know, 4 yards. But I mean, against that Denton Ryan defense, he really kind of needed that shove a little bit there. But yeah, I mean, there was no doubt that he was gonna get it, and it was nice to see kind of after him throughout the night struggle to kind of get through that line of theirs that the Raiders have.
Yeah, and then on special teams, of course, College Station coming in clutch again. Dawson Shrimp, a couple of field goals early in the game when the offense kind of fizzled out there down in the red zone. You know, the blocked punt set up one of those, and then of course Traylon Sewell's kick return, which for a second looked like it was maybe going to be a disaster. He fumbles it, is able to get it, and then runs 30 yards into Ryan territory.
I mean, that's huge. I asked Marquise Collins about it at the end, and he said he even had him worried if that was going to turn into something. I mean, you fumbled there. You don't know if College Station scores in the end. It was a huge come up for College Station, and Traylon was that guy. I mean, you want him back there. That's why he's back there. It just an overall, you know, like you said, a complete effort from the entire team.
Well, the Cougars now, they're going to face Mansfield Summit. We'll for sure have more coverage on that next week. But without a doubt, you got to think that College Station is probably the favorite. They were already one of the favorites, but they're probably now the favorite to win of the 4 that are left standing.
Well, I think the whole conversation around this game was whoever wins is probably going to win state, because this region is so hard to get through, and it really showed College Station was able to get through Lone Star, even Wakeland, who was able to beat Highland Park, and then you get Denton Ryan in the final. I mean, they really kind of deserve this right here, and I think it is true. I think whoever won this game is a shoe-in for that state title this year.
Don't tell Coach Huff to get ahead of himself, though.
He
won't.
I mean, he won't.
When he made it clear after the game, he told those guys, like, hey,
you're not done yet.
Enjoy this win, but this is not the end-all, be-all. And so I'll be curious to see what kind of passion and drive the Cougars come out with next week. The team they're playing, they were into the state semifinals last year. I mean, this is not some random team that just made it to the 5th round. No, Mansfield Summit, they're a really good team. Yeah. And that's going to be probably another dogfight before they probably play. If they were to win next week, they'd probably play Katy Paetow, who has just run through teams this season.
And a familiar opponent
Yeah.
to every other sport in College
Yeah.
Station. I mean, in 19-5A, I mean, every other sport has to play Paetow. So
Well, thanks for tuning in after the game with us, guys. We'll be back this next week providing all kinds of coverage. Be sure to check theeagle.com, of course, for all of our coverage from tonight's game and other playoff action here in the Brazos Valley. For Abigail Ochoa, I'm Alex Miller. We'll see you next week.